What up, YouTube? This your boy Walter Brady. You back into Walt B Sports Reviews. Hey man, I want to say with the most humblest opinion and the most appreciation, thank y'all for checking out my last video of the first NFL game of the 2012 season against the New York Giants against the Dallas Cowboys. Man, I appreciate the feedback, man. I've been on YouTube trying to tap into different niches, but me being an athlete my whole life, I might found my niche, my main channel. But I want to definitely say once again, thank y'all. Thank you for the subscribers. Got 5 subscribers in a day. Hey, that's all y'all. I appreciate the honest feedback. You know what I mean? I'm new to this, so I might stutter a little bit, but I'm just going to try to give it to y'all blood raw and real and try to be as neutral as possible. So if I rub y'all the wrong way about your team, it's no offense. I got my favorite teams as well. So today's video is going to be on the different breakdowns of each conference. I'm going to start off with the AFC East. So I'm going to start off with who Sorry, it's a little freeze. I'm gonna start off with the AFC East, and we're gonna break down each conference. Who I figure who gonna win. I'm gonna try to get all 8 of them out the way. That's gonna really push me, but I love the game, so it don't really feel like work to me. So the team that's probably gonna finish last in the AFC East is probably gonna be the Miami Dolphins. I know they got Ryan Tannehill. I know Reggie Bush had a good year, but the thing that really hurts my heart that they let Chad Johnson go. I figured, like, I know Chad Johnson always been a cocky guy, this, that, and other, but I figured, like, for him being from Miami, this would have been like a reborn, like you know what I'm saying, like a rebirth for him with a young quarterback, because I'm going to go way back in the archive. One thing about me, I'm going to try to be more facts driven and then try to give y'all things that y'all then probably you forgot. So let's think about it. Chad Johnson had Carson Palmer as a rookie, a second-year player, and look what they did to that team. I know Chad Johnson up in age around about 33, 34 years old, but you telling me he at home, he ain't going to be motivated to perform? I know he had the little stint with the Patriots in which he only caught like 16 passes. But at the same time, you telling me you at in front of your hometown, you with a new team, you know what I'm saying? You with a rookie quarterback in which you can make him understand coverages better and for y'all to be a better tandem. You telling me that ain't going to help? So I look at the coach like, dude, like I understand that Chad had this ordeal with his wife, not Evelyn, but at the same time, you telling me he ain't gonna help your team? One thing I like about Chad is he's such a good route runner. So that would have made Tannehill, the timing would have been there. You know what I mean? I don't even know who the heck the Miami Dolphins receiving core is. Like straight up, like who do they have? You know what I'm saying? You let Chad Johnson go to the develop probably undernamed players. I don't know who the Miami Dolphins got. But Ryan Tannehill, the key thing about him, he gonna have to manage the game. Like you don't have a number one. You have a number one that's probably not even relevant in the top discussion as the top receiver. So he gonna have to manage the game. So they're gonna have to try to run Reggie, run him to death. Like you gonna have to run Reggie Bush. Like Reggie Bush finally understand how to be an NFL prototypical running back. Reggie Bush remind me so much of Marshall Faulk, a little version of Marshall Faulk, because he's such a good dual threat. Like he can catch the ball out the backfield, and he's elusive in the open field, and he's trying to learn how to run between the tackles. So the Dolphins gonna have to really depend on trying to have a stifling defense and running Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush need to get about 1,300 or 1,500 yards rushing, like straight up. Like he gonna have to be a monster. He gonna have to have some big games to help Tannehill learning progression. Because as a quarterback, man, it's tough. It's like night and day from college to the NFL. And Tannehill gonna have some moments because he got very good potential to be a very good quarterback. But at the same time, usually time first year quarterbacks gotta learn how to manage the game. You know, so I feel like they the last team. I'm gonna start from the last team to the next team to the next team to the best team. I think the third best team gonna be in the conference is gonna have to be the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills they so mediocre. They you don't know what you're gonna get with them. Like Ryan Fitzpatrick had not a bad year, but at the same time they not consistent. Like I don't know what's wrong with them. I think the addition of Mario Williams is gonna really help their defense because he's gonna give you that good edge rusher and he's very productive. And on a key note, man, I apologize because it's kind of funny because with Mario Williams, I thought that when he got picked by the Texans as that number one pick, I felt like the Texans should got Reggie Bush, but they didn't. So I'm a liar. I thought he wouldn't be that good, but man, he's a monster. He's a very good edge passer. He's in the top 5 or 10 pass rushing, maybe the top 5. He's very productive as a pass rushing guy. But the Buffalo Bills, Ryan Fitzpatrick and Stevie Johns, I like that little tandem. That little tandem is beautiful, man. Like Stevie Johns is really good, but I know he's coming off an injury, and they just got to be more consistent. Like they do this like every year. They start like 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, but they just not consistent to me. So just for me to sit here and say Buffalo Bills is better than the Patriots or the New York Jets, I don't see that. Like, so they're the third best team. They'll probably go maybe by 7-9, 8-8, possibly. But the next team is the New York Jets. I know I got some New York Giants fans, New York guys. No offense. I hate to say that team is like drama queens. Like Rex Ryan, I love Rex Ryan to death when he was with Baltimore. He got a certain swag that you want with a coach. Like, I really can't knock the man for being confident. Every coach in the conference or whatever conference they in the league, they got like that. Every coach is preparing to win the championship. So I'm saying to myself, like, dude, y'all go to AFC Championship twice, 2 years in a row, and then y'all don't even make the playoffs. Like, how does that happen? So this whole fiasco with Tim Tebow, Mark Sanchez, it's kind of getting old. And like with Santonio Holmes saying that Mark Sanchez wasn't ready for this acquisition, it kind of threw him off. Like, dude, like Santonio Holmes, much respect. He from Ohio State, Buckeye. Man, come on, bro. Like, you a professional, bro. Why would you tell the media that? They smell blood and they gonna attack. Like, really? You gonna say your first string quarterback don't feel comfortable with a guy on his behind? It's competition. If you're an athlete, whatever you do, you gonna be competed. You getting paid. Tim Tebow is not a better quarterback than Mark Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Mark Sanchez has won more games than him. But at the same time, Sanchez do need to be very conscious and be very productive, because if he be tripping and be very inconsistent, Tim Tebow will start. And to be honest with y'all, Mark Sanchez do have weapons. You know what I'm saying? Santonio Holmes, they got weapons. You know what I mean? But Mark Sanchez got to understand he got to manage the game. If you're a managing the game type of quarterback, you got to make timely throws. You can't be making silly mistakes like he do sometimes. Their defense will be stifling once again. They'll be probably in the top 10. You got Darrell Reeves, Cromartie, you know what I mean? You got Bart Scott. They got more that I can't name right now. They'll be good. So Mark Sanchez going to just have to be productive. And also, too, they need a consistent running game. Like, I thought Sean Phillips would be good, but he on like a hiatus. Like, he don't know how good he can be. He's a downhill runner, about 230, in between the tackles type of runner, a good type of running back for that type of system. Like, he got to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? He can't get 1,000 yards. Come on, man. He more than capable to do that. So at the end of the day, man, New York Jets gonna have to be consistent. Like, they gonna have to have an identity. Like, they gonna have to be defense first, Mark Sanchez manage, and then he just don't make mistakes for them to have a good chance to win that conference. But to be real with y'all, New England Patriots should win this conference. Like, I'm not going to even sugarcoat it. Like, what they did last year, and as a Patriots fan, it hurt my heart because Eli once again dethroned the great Tom Brady. Tom Brady will be back with a vengeance. They got a good chance to go back to the Super Bowl. A lot of people predicting them to go back. But for right now with this review, they should win this conference. They just got reloaded. Like, you add a Brandon Lloyd to already stout receiving core. You got Aaron Hernandez. You got Gronkowski. He had a monster year. And you got consistent possession receiver type Wes Welker. Like, Brandon Lloyd is going to shine because he going to give them that deep threat that they really didn't have, because Chad Johnson wasn't that guy. So the Patriots going to be good. They got 2 acquisitions as rookies. I can't call the name right now. I'm doing this off the top of my head. The Patriots should win this conference. Like, no ifs, ands about it. It's going to be tough to beat them in Foxborough. And the Patriots got such an explosive offense to the point where, like, a lot of these teams can't really keep up with them. Like, you know what I mean? To defend them and stop them is very tough. So, I went through the AFC East Conference. So, my number 1 pick that should win this conference is the New England Patriots, man. By far. Ain't no ifs, ands about it. Only way I see them losing, like something crazy happen, like Tom Brady get hurt or something like that. But the Jets, they have like a quarterback identity crisis or something like that. So who else? Like who else? The Jets, the Buffalo. Everybody is like chasing New England. Like New England is the standard. Like if you can't beat them twice, how you gonna be winning in the division with 8 games? So it's like at the end of the day, man, New England Patriots gonna win the conference, man. They should win the conference. But man, thank y'all once again for liking this video, subscribing. If you're new to my channel, man, it's a movement, man. This Walt B Sports Reviews. I'm gonna try to keep it 100 with y'all, give you a very good, honest assessment of different sports. Like I say, football, basketball, college basketball, college football, some mixed martial arts, stuff of that nature, man. If you like what you see, man, give me a thumbs up, man. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, man. Stay tuned.